Well, what do you believe? You believe that the only thing that we have is we have video evidence, to an extent, that there were flying objects that what we had up there couldn't identify at the time.
So can I clarify something?
No, that's not.
I've been told that they corroborated that they said it was extraterrestrial.
Yes, I said it was extraterrestrial.
Do you trust our government?
Not in a million fucking years.
So then why would you believe that that's what they told you?
Believe that it was extraterrestrial?
I believe, based on the information that I have done, the studying and the research, I'm happy that they're finally coming forward and saying things that I thought to be the truth from the get-go. So for them to come forward and say something that I believe to be true makes me feel a little bit better. Because it makes me feel like, okay, yay, here's a win for my team type thing. Because I'm very conspiracy theorist.
They're fun.
So that is 1,000% me.
Have you seen the video?
Yes. And I think it's very compelling. I mean, I find it very ironic. Well, not even ironic, but just coincidental that it happens during a pandemic, because I believe that the government is shady.
It didn't happen during the pandemic.
They didn't release it until then, and that is fucking shady to me, because that's like saying, okay,
the video
everybody
came out
look
last year.
over here, and then we're just going to push that down there. That's how I view it.
But the video did come out last year. They just released
But I'm
more
saying
documents.
the documentation, the corroboration between everything, all of the information that they had gathered from their knowledge. One of them was Roswell. So it's like they are substantiating these really big extraterrestrial things that people have thought of for years. So for them to come forward and say, okay, you guys are right, that happened, that's a big deal to me.
And again, though, it's something we couldn't identify right now. In the 80s, in the 70s, you had the F-117 fighter project. Any other country would have seen that, and they would have gone, what the fuck is this?
And by definition, it would have been
a UFO,
flying object. There's a new term for it now, isn't there? UFO is not like the in vogue term.
Someone's phone is ringing. Oh, that's mine. I'm a jerk.
Is it a little racist to call it an unidentified flying object now?
I don't remember.
Is it not PC
Our
enough?
society is so sensitive that you can't say anything about anybody anymore. It's just very, I feel like every day our country becomes more socialist, more communist, and it's
what's great about what they discovered was it was breaking the law. The fighter jets.
Okay.
The fighter.
You're talking about the video.
The video.
Okay.
What was amazing about it was the object was breaking the laws of physics.
Well, and again, that's one of those things where it's not so much breaking the laws, it'll go back to breaking our understanding. It breaks our technological ability to do it. But again, we have the B-2 stealth bombers that were up there for years. And people see them and go, oh my god, it's a UFO, it's an alien. Whatever they're working on now in Area 51, everyone knows that Groom Lake exists, and they've confirmed that, hey, it's here, it's a testing ground for military aviation.
So, Ari, do you believe that the video was of an extraterrestrial something?
I do, and I support that with the way that it was interacting with the fighter jets. It was, quote-unquote, playing with them.
Okay.
I think you mean on a technological level, the technology was very visibly way farther advanced than anything that we have here on Earth.
It was going from 0 to 2,000 miles per hour and changing directions
Again, this is something for a future discussion after you've seen the video, because it's so hard. Again, it's one of those things you just have to.
I've seen the video.
Oh,
We've all seen it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. So then do you disagree?
Disagree with what?
That the technology was vastly superior than anything that we have.
I don't know.
To public knowledge.
I don't know.
Well, that's just it. Is anything that the military has that they don't want us to know about, they're not going to tell us.
Exactly.
That was my next question, is do you accept that in our history, our own government has hidden and suppressed technologies?
They still are.
Without a doubt.
They still are.
So is it possible that this is just an advanced technology that hasn't been released to us yet?
Not if they've come out with documentation saying that it wasn't them. That I find hard to believe.
And then again, it comes down to
Why would they come out and be like, okay, this was extraterrestrial
Well,
in
what if they
origin,
didn't want
but
the
then it was
government
really them?
spying deeper into this to say, oh, they have some technology. Let's get some spies in there to find out what it really is.
Or
The
because
people are
going to
do that irregardless.
Because the Russians tried to do that with the space shuttle.
Yes,
Absolutely.
they did.
And they changed teeny tiny things in the documents when the Russians were stealing the shuttle. And when they actually tried to launch it, it didn't work at all.
How much of those documents are redacted?
Oh my gosh. From NASA?
Whichever documents were released that you're telling me about.
Oh, I thought you meant based off of the shuttle. Because I remember after the fire, NASA claimed like all of the original moon landing documentation was destroyed in the fire.
Oh, no, they've got plenty of
So that's
that.
what I thought you were referring to.
No, but this new release that we're talking about with the recent video,
It
the
was
UFOs.
3 specific cases,
Mhm.
and I'm not quite sure how many pages long, but it's all been given out, so it's now public knowledge. They've corroborated 3 specific cases,
But are
one of which was
parts of
Roswell.
those documents, are parts of them redacted?
I'm not sure what redacted means, so
Where
I
it's like
can't.
blacked out and you can't read it?
No.
It's all complete.
Yes, that's why it's a big deal.
That's
I don't know.
interesting.
Thank
Okay.
you. That's what I'm saying. It was a big deal
I mean,
because it was
having
not.
any document released from the government not redacted, I would say is a big
Well,
deal.
that's why I'm trying to say it's ironic that it happens during a pandemic, because it's like they want us looking away while they make it public knowledge, so there's not as much people knowing about it.
So I want to connect some fun dots. This is just interesting for me. I like challenging people and what they think. It's just fun. We have a video that we saw, right? Do we know what was on that video?
It's a black square.
It moves, right? That's what we can confirm for sure. We have some documents that were released from our government. We've agreed that we don't fully trust our government.
Yeah, I don't trust them at all.
So how do we know that that's
How
speed?
do we leap to extraterrestrials?
I would think, and again, this is just me being a layman, that we have planes that can come close to that where it'll look like they're stopping and then they just go.
Oh yeah, especially depending on your viewing angle.
Look at the SR-71s. There's no fighter jet in the world that will catch up to an SR-71.
God no.
But it can sit there and slow down to the point that it looks like it stops, and then you try to catch up, and it just goes bye-bye.
And if an object's coming straight towards you, it's very hard to determine if it's moving or not.
Well, that's
Right.
also because of light refraction through the atmosphere,
Which can affect things,
right.
too.
So it varies based on, like you said, point of observation.
I will say it's possible that it is indeed extraterrestrial. It's also possible that it's
it's
a hidden
not.
technology.
Right.
It's possible that it's an existing technology and we just had weird camera angles. So my claim is I have no idea what that thing was. I wasn't piloting it. I wasn't
The
near it.
speed, the
Well,
change
see,
in
that's-
altitude is amazing.
Oh, yeah, those things are
But all
amazing.
that information could
Oh.
be false because we're just seeing it on YouTube.
On a camera,
sure.
But that's
and we
how
don't
I
have
feel
any
about
form of